was one of those nights where sleep just wasn't going to happen. You know the kind, 3:01 a.m. The entire house is dead quiet, and your brain is buzzing like a dying fluorescent light. I was just lying there in the dark, staring at the ceiling, my eyes heavy, but my mind racing. My house is in one of those new, quiet, suburban developments. It's the kind of place where you get a security system more for the peace of mind than for any real threat. Mine was top of the line. Cameras, door sensors, the whole 9 yards, all linked to an app on my phone. That's when the first notification came. My phone, sitting on the nightstand, lit up the room with a soft blue glow. A small ping. I picked it up. Motion detected, front yard camera. I sighed, annoyed. It was probably just a raccoon, or maybe the wind blowing a branch. I opened the app and pulled up the live feed. Nothing. Just my empty moonlit lawn. The streetlight cast long shadows, but everything was perfectly still. I closed the app and tossed the phone back on the nightstand. I rolled over, punched my pillow, and tried to force myself to sleep. Ping. I waited a full minute before looking. Motion detected, driveway camera. This time, a little jolt of adrenaline cut through the insomnia. The front yard was one thing, but the driveway was closer. I opened the app again, my thumb tapping the screen a little faster. Again, nothing. Just my car, sitting dark and silent. I scrubbed back through the recorded clip. The motion sensor had triggered, but there was nothing on the video. Not a bug, not a leaf. Just an empty, static shot of my driveway. Defective, I muttered. I was more frustrated than scared. Now I'd have to call the company in the morning. I was about to put the phone down when it pinged again. Motion detected, front porch camera. My heart skipped. That was right outside. My hand was shaking a little as I pulled up the feed. The camera showed my front door, the small rocking chair on the porch. Both were completely still. No one was there. But the app insisted something was. The little green motion box was flashing in the corner of the feed. It was detecting something right now, something I couldn't see. Ping. Motion detected, front porch camera. Ping. Motion detected, front porch camera. It was relentless, pinging every few seconds. I stared at the live feed of my empty porch, my heart hammering against my ribs. Was it a glitch? A bug in the software? Or was there something standing on my porch that the camera, for whatever reason, just couldn't see? I couldn't take it anymore. The constant, terrifying alerts were worse than silence. In a fit of frustrated panic, I went into the app's settings and disabled all motion alerts. The silence that followed felt heavy, almost suffocating. My brain, already fuzzy from lack of sleep, was now a cocktail of adrenaline and confusion. I laid back in bed, eyes wide open, listening. The house was quiet again. No pings, just the faint hum of the air conditioner. I must have laid there for an hour, the silence stretching on, my paranoia slowly fading. I was finally starting to drift off, my eyelids feeling like lead. Chirp, chirp, chirp. I shot straight up in bed, my heart instantly in my throat. It wasn't my phone. It was the main alarm panel, the one downstairs. The system's automated voice was deafening in the quiet house. Front door, opened. That wasn't a glitch. That wasn't a bug. That was a physical sensor. The magnetic contact on the door had been broken. Someone was inside. I didn't think, I just moved. I scrambled out of bed and ran out of my room to the landing at the top of the stairs. I stopped there, my breath caught in my chest, and looked down into the 2-story foyer, and I saw them. The foyer was dark, but the tall window by the door let in just enough of the streetlight to illuminate the floor. Standing right in the middle of the entryway, perfectly still, were 2 legs. Just legs, from the knees down. They were wearing dark pants, and and old, scuffed-up boots. They weren't facing the door, as if they'd just come in. They were facing the stairs, facing me. A sound tried to escape my throat, but it just came out as a dry gasp. I tried to take a step back, to get to my phone, to call 911, but my foot caught on nothing. I lost my balance. The world tilted. I remember the lurch in my stomach, the sight of the foyer ceiling spinning, and a sharp, sickening crack as my head hit the banister. Then, nothing. I woke up to the sound of birds. Sunlight was streaming through my bedroom window, warm on my face. I was in my bed. I sat up, my head pounding. But when I reached up to feel for a bump, there was nothing. No cut, no bruise. I wasn't at the bottom of the stairs. I was perfectly fine, tucked under my covers. A dream, I whispered. The relief was so intense it made me dizzy. It must have been a nightmare. The insomnia, the stress, the buggy sensors. My mind had just cooked up the most terrifying scenario it could. I let out a shaky laugh. I got up, my legs feeling a little weak, and went downstairs. The front door was locked. The deadbolt was thrown. The security chain was in place. Everything was exactly as I had left it. I made a pot of coffee, the morning routine slowly washing away the last traces of the nightmare. I was still spooked, so I decided I'd pull up the app just to confirm it had all been in my head. I re-enabled the alerts and opened the event log to see all the phantom notifications from last night. But the log was empty. There were no motion alerts, no front yard, no driveway, no front porch, and no front door opened alarm. It was like it never happened. I must have dreamed that part too. I was about to close the app, completely relieved, when I saw a single video file I'd missed. It wasn't an alert. It was just a recorded video, triggered manually, it seemed. The timestamp was 3:15 a.m. I furrowed my brow. I didn't remember recording anything. I pressed play. The video loaded. It was from the front yard camera. The quality was grainy, washed out in the camera's night vision. For a second, I saw nothing. Then a figure walked into the frame. The person just stood there, on my lawn, staring right at my house. My blood went cold. I squinted, trying to make out the face, trying to see who had been watching me. The figure was wearing my pajamas. I watched, my entire body frozen, as the video of me just stood on the lawn, motionless, staring at my own dark, empty house. And the only thought that my brain could form over and over was, if that was me, out on the lawn, who was it I saw standing in the foyer?